Consult Asia delivers cutting-edge training to empower people to achieve their maximum potential. Engaged in developing and delivering customized learning and development programs specializing in leadership, business, sales and life coaching. True to its name, Consult Asia works with partners worldwide in Asia, North America, Europe, the United Kingdom and Australia. All from diverse industries: hospitality, tourism, banking, real estate, retail, direct sales, legal, manufacturing, and oil and gas. Consult Asia closely works with partners in their people development and business enhancement programs to achieve their business goals. And the Consult Asia Global team is just as world-class. Consultants and facilitators, coaches and mentors are industry experts from distinct backgrounds and cultures. Consult Asia delivers only high-quality training solutions and proactively pursues strategic alliances with global firms and consultants to stay ahead in the industry. Consult Asia Global, the world's preferred training group.
Hi everyone, Tinette Cortez here. Welcome to my Facebook Live. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy these days and are having a fantastic weekend with your loved ones. I'd like to greet all of my family, friends, and Consult Asia associates who are watching, and a warm welcome to my first-time viewers. 4 months ago, I started my weekly FB Live conversations with my personal friends who I believe have inspiring stories to share and whom we can learn life lessons from. I personally picked them to join me in uplifting the spirits of others who may be feeling lonely, anxious, alienated, and demotivated during these difficult times. Tonight's conversation is entitled How the Plus One Starts from Zero, and it's about building a new life and finding success in another country. And I especially dedicate tonight to all our overseas Filipino workers who are often hailed as the Philippines' new heroes for their enormous sacrifices to provide a better future for their loved ones and for their huge contribution to the economy. My guest tonight is a good friend of mine who will be sharing his story, which will inspire many. He and his wife and his 2 boys are very, very close to my daughter and to me, of course. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Aris Aquitania. Hi, Aris. Hello, Aris. Where are you? Okay. We are having a very, very exciting episode tonight, but also I think Aris is trying to get in. I can see him already, but while we're waiting for him, okay, Aris is actually a very successful entrepreneur in the UK, and he's built his life from scratch after leaving his life here in the Philippines. So let's just wait for him to come in. He was just with me actually earlier. Aris, are you there? Okay, he's not there yet. Okay, he's actually here. I can see him, but he's trying to get inside. But guys, if you're watching for the first time, I would just like to share a little bit about Consult Asia Global. Consult Asia Global is a training and development company which I personally founded back in 2010, and we develop training programs, mostly soft skills programs, to help people perform better in their jobs. And of course, this year, because of the pandemic, things have been quite challenging. We used to run our programs face to face, but 6 months ago we've decided that we will pivot the business into something else, and since then it has inspired me to do this weekly Facebook Live just to help people feel a little better, especially these times. So I also would like to say hello to our viewers tonight. So we have viewers from the UK, Miss Irene Cristobal. Hi, Irene, how are you? And of course, my very good friend, Jim Hewling from the US. Good morning from Atlanta. Jim Hewling is actually the author of 4 Disciplines of Execution. So guys, if you haven't already, please get a copy of that book. And they're launching and publishing another book in 2 weeks' time, right, Jim? And of course, we'd like to say hello to Elena Moksoy. Elena is watching from Singapore. Hi, Elena. Thank you for watching. And Dennis de Guzman. Good afternoon, everyone. And also, Miss Ali is watching from Singapore. And she says, a blissful morning, Mentor Tinette Cortez, and to all the viewers. So, they're watching from Singapore. And of course, our dear friend June as well, watching from the UK, from Swindon. Hi, June. And of course, Miss Baniaga is watching from the UK as well. Okay, guys, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know where you're watching from. If you have questions for Aries, just feel free to type them in. And of course, Marla Barlonga is watching from Dasma. Thank you very much. Okay, so while we're waiting for Aries, I think he's been having some technical difficulties because we were already in the studio earlier, but I don't know what happened. Okay, so yeah, he just sent me a message, by the way, guys. Don't worry, he's trying to he's trying to get in. Okay, so Arlene Esteban Clark from Swindon. Hi, Arlene. Thanks for watching. And Kim Entilajado. You know what? We have viewers from Saudi Arabia as well. Hi, Kim. Thank you for watching. And Feli. Wow, we have a lot of viewers. So, Aries, you better join me here. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing a monologue. And we also have friends watching from Watford. Jovi Podoan. Okay, so Aries has just left a message for me, and he said that he's trying to fix his Wi-Fi. So don't worry, guys. He'll be with me shortly. He'll be with us shortly. But in the meantime, please type in your comments, your questions. For those of you who know Aries very well from high school to university, I know he has a lot of friends watching tonight, and thank you guys. I know that you have been very supportive of tonight's conversation, because I personally have a very soft spot for our overseas Filipino workers. And if some of you have probably read my post a couple of days ago, my final paper when I took my higher studies in the UK was about OFWs, and they're very close to my heart. Consult Asia is very committed to make sure that we develop programs to help you guys, become globally competitive. And we are going to be talking a lot about that later on. Okay. So I could see Aries now entering the studio, guys. So he's trying to fix his Wi-Fi right now. But again, I'd like to say hello to Miss Lynn Gitang, watching from Singapore. Elda Garais from Derby. All right, we have a lot of friends from the UK watching. And then we also have somebody from Spain, Miss Melinda Awitan. And then Miss Menchi Enoch is also watching from Swindon. And June is here. He said, it is a great episode, and I'm sure a lot of people will get inspired today. Thank you, Tinette. Thank you also, June, for joining us. Okay, so Audrey also sent me a message saying that Aries is having trouble connecting, that there's a problem with her Wi-Fi. But that's okay, because just a few minutes ago, you were okay. Kim says, I've met Sir Aries and his family last year in Rome. So, yes. Okay, guys. So, do you have any message for our overseas Filipino workers, guys? If you are based in the Philippines right now and you'd like to spread some love to our OFWs, please type those in, and I'll be happy to read them for you. Irene says, Tinette, I love your accent. Wow, really? Irene, do I have an accent? I don't know about that, but thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Rose Cruz is in the Philippines. She says, hello, I'm watching. And Miss Banyaga says, I waited for 2 days for this. Aris, you better hop on. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of pressure. Okay, yes, Miss Banyaga, trust me, it's going to be worth it because Aris is going to be sharing a lot of his inspiring stories as well as life lessons that we will, be able to apply in our own lives. And I'd like to say hello to Lorna Banyaga, watching from Singapore. Wow. And then Jinky Fernandez says, hello, everyone, watching from Quezon City, Philippines. And hi to every Filipino hero abroad. Okay, so, guys, please type in your comments and your message for our OFWs overseas. Oh, of course, overseas. But I personally would like to thank you. Thank you, everyone all over the world, for working so hard, for representing our country, for being such hardworking professionals. I mean, whenever my daughter and I travel, I make sure that I connect with Filipinos in that particular country, and it's just life-changing. It's I get very emotional when I listen to the stories because they come in different forms. A lot of the struggles, a lot of the victories are being shared with me, and it is just my commitment to do something. And I hope that this is something that would help you feel a little better, when you're lonely, when you're alone, when you don't have your family with you. Please, okay? All right, so okay, guys, I'll have to keep reading your comments. Miss Kim says, I agree with you, Irene. Irene says, Iris is waiting for a big round of applause. Okay, yeah, I think Iris needs a big round of applause. Banyaga Karien, Miss Banyaga says, and Joselito Cruz says, Iris, we love you. Esteva Clan. Oh, that's so sweet. So, yes, so if you guys have, okay, guys, Aris is trying to send me another message. Just a second. Mabuhay ka, Lodi Aris. Do you guys want me to call him on Messenger? Can you please say yes? Yes? Okay, I'm going to call him and try to find out what's going on. Okay. Aris is a super good person. And I'm so... Hello? Hello? Hi, Aris. Yes. Okay. Do you want me to put you on speaker so that they can hear you? Yeah, I can see you in the studio now. Hold on. Okay. Ayan. Gusto lang pala niyang tawagan ko siya. Papasok na siya. Okay. All right. I think they're having problems with their Wi-Fi. June, how's the weather in Swindon? Alam ko, autumn na, di ba? Tama ba? Autumn na ba sa UK ngayon? Kasi dito sa Philippines, medyo mainit. Sobrang init. Okay. Maulan, pero mainit. Okay. Mabuhay ka, Lodi. Aris Akitanya. Nora from Singapore says, hello, Coach Tinette. Wow. Thank you so much, Nora, for watching. Guys, ang hirap pala mag-monologue, no? but it's okay. I will survive. We're going to be talking about a lot of struggles and victories. Elena from Singapore, all the overseas Filipino workers are indeed heroes. A great big salute to all of you. Okay, so while waiting, let me just start off with a few of the things that I found when I did my data gathering activities in the UK, the US, and other parts of the world. Tungkol sa mga OFWs. And sabi nila, most of the people that I've interviewed, sabi nila, grabe yung homesickness, okay, na nafe-feel nila pag alis pa lang sa Pilipinas. Of course, not everybody's the same. Some of us siguro hindi masyadong homesick kasi most of our probably family members are also overseas. Pero yung iba kasi talaga nalulungkot, no? And kung totoo man yun, na minsan talagang after a few days, gusto na daw talaga nilang bumalik. Wow, salute ako sa inyo because it's not easy, especially if you have kids na iniiwanan sa Philippines or elderly parents, mga kaibigan, and trabaho, of course, no? Kung meron kang trabaho dito before, tapos bigla kang aalis, talaga naman nakaka-homesick. You immediately miss the food, you know, the salo-salo, di ba? Nakaka-homesick talaga. Another thing that I gathered from our OFWs is that sobra daw talagang yung paglalo na pag malamig yung panahon. It's depressing because of course the Philippines tropical tayo, no, dito. So pagka pumupunta sila sa isang malamig na country, it gets depressing, no? Ako nga lang ilang araw lang ako sa isang malamig na country, nade-depress na rin ako, di ba? But pero kaya saludo talaga ako, no? Especially pag nag-work kayo, you're gonna be meeting your new employer, you're going to start to try to fit in, you know, in the Filipino community. Yun, no? Pero guys, ito lang yung masasabi ko sa inyo, alright? That's why it's very, very important to stay connected. Huwag tayong mahihiyang, you know, mag-reach out sa pamilya, of course, back home, pero dun sa country na pinupuntahan ninyo, because alam nyo, sa totoo lang, bawat Pilipinong umaalis, ganun talaga yung nararamdaman. So it's going to help a lot kapag kayo mismo nagtutulungan. Okay? So that's definitely a very, very good thing to do, to reach out to your Filipino community, lalo na sa trabaho, of course, kung may mga Filipinos, yun naman usually yung nangyayari, di ba? Kung Filipinos ang mga kasama mo, madali kayong mag-gel together. But of course, pag medyo iba, lalo na if it's not an English-speaking country, it can get very challenging as well. Okay? Share ko lang, I can see Aris. Aris, papasok ka ba? Kanina pa ako dito, ha? Ayan!
Andito na ako.
Aris naman, no, pinagpapawisan na ako dito sa takot. Akala ko hindi ka nasasama sa akin. Hello! Woo! Oh my God! Hello there! Ayan na, guys.
Na-change location na ako.
Pwede na ako huminga.
Maraming salamat. Magandang umaga, magandang hapon, magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. I wasn't planning an entrance like that, but as you know, with any live show,
yes,
things that are unexpected. And I think that will be the theme of today's topic then. Not everything you plan for will definitely happen, no? There will be bumps along the road.
Yeah.
It's how you cope with those.
Aris, medyo ano lang yung sound, yung audio, yung mic mo. Alam nyo guys, normal to pagdating sa mga live shows or live episodes. Talagang nagkakaroon tayo ng technical difficulties. So, Aris, medyo yung mic mo yata hindi siya parang yung mic na gumagana diyan is from your laptop, I think. O, di ba? Pero di ba, naiintindihan ka naman namin, so it's okay.
Meron ka ba?
Oo parang nag-e-echo ka.
Nag-e-echo ba ako?
Oo Ayan, ang dami-dami na nag-greet sa'yo. Tignan mo naman, no? From Singapore.
Actually, pagmamahal na natatanggap natin sa lahat.
Yes. So, Mon Raven, my dear Mon Raven Lumpas is watching from Singapore. Sabi niya, good morning, Sir Aris. Yan.
Wow.
Naman. Ang dami mong viewers. I hope narinig mo yung mga binasa ko kanina because you have a lot of friends watching you. Even my friends are actually saying, hello, Aris. Ayan. So, kasi naman talagang hinihintay kanila kanina pa. Okay, Aris. So, wag na natin patagalin.
Sige, simulan na natin.
Kumusta ka muna? I mean, just a few minutes before, okay naman yung ano natin, yung audio natin. But, kumusta ka muna? Okay lang.
Okay na to?
Okay lang. Hindi pa rin ako masyadong masaya sa audio, pero okay lang.
Maayos natin to, maya-maya. Maayos natin to.
Sige. So, kumusta ka? How are you feeling today? How's your weekend going? How's Audrey? How are the two boys? Kumusta kayong lahat?
Isang mainit na hapon dito ngayon sa UK. So, napakasaya. It's not exactly barbecue weather, pero napaka-araw. So, we don't get a lot of that here in the UK. So, we're very happy.
How many days per year ba ang, alam ko, kailan ba ako, last year yata, 11 days lang yata na may araw, no, sa UK. Binilang ko talaga eh. 11 days lang yata, no? Lagi kasing umuulan. Pero sige lang.
12 yata today. 12 this
12 days na ngayon. 12 and a half.
days.
Okay. So, Aris, alam mo, we're very excited for tonight's conversation because as you know naman, di ba, inimbitahan kita to join me tonight because hindi sa binubola kita, baka sabihin mo binubola kita, pero isa ka sa mga, I think, very inspiring human beings on Earth. So, inspiring kasi parang meron kang sagot sa lahat ng tanong eh. Diba? Kaya nga sabi ko sa iyo, mag-publish ka ng book na ang title, Answers by Aris. Yan.
Wow!
Aabangan ko yan. Tapos lahat ng tanong na pwedeng maisip ng tao, pwedeng itanong sa'yo kasi lahat may sagot ka. So guys, if you don't know Aris Aquitania, he's a very good friend of mine who actually has answers to anything. Okay?
Wow.
Ayan. Kinailangan ko Englishin yun kasi meron tayong mga viewers na mga kaibigan nating banyaga. But yeah, so siguro mas maganda if ikaw muna magkwento about you. Sino ba talaga si Aris Aquitania? Who is the Aris Aquitania? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Salamat naman sa nakaka-pleasure na introduction.
Oo, 20 minutes kita in-introduce ha. Naku.
Maraming salamat sa mga naghintay. Pasensya na po. At, well, si Aris Aquitania, ako yun. Raised and educated in Manila. I'm my father is Nelson, my mom is Malu, and I'm the kuya to Arnel. So Arnel and his family are based in Laguna. Arnel is a writer, editor, and an author. So a good part of my life was spent in San Beda College. I'm a proud Bedan. I'm a proud product of the Benedictine education. So from prep to fourth year, I went to San Beda College, now San Beda University in Mendiola. After that, I went to UT Diliman for my engineering degree. Ayan ang sumunod naman. And then after I graduated, I worked for a global oil company as a sales executive, and that allowed me to visit and work in various parts of the Philippines. So Mindanao, Visayas, and eventually in Metro Manila. And after that, I've had the good fortune of working with a business partner in his fuel distribution business. I did that for a couple of years. And I am based in the southwest of England in a town called Swindon. So I've been here for, I think, 14 years now. And I am happily married to Audrey. And I'm a proud father to two adorable boys, Alfonso and Augusto. So there.
Wow. What a CV. Grabe. Nako, overqualified ka sa interview na to. No, I'm teasing. Okay, so Aris, alam mo, siguro naman malinaw na malinaw bakit kita in-invite tonight, no? Because we have a lot of our new heroes watching tonight, and siguro a lot of your experiences are very similar to what they're currently experiencing, or siguro nadaanan na nila, or yung iba naman papaalis pa lang at hindi pa nila alam what to expect pag umalis sila. Siguro, pwede mo kaming bigyan ng idea how you ended up in the UK. I mean, you were already working in a very prestigious company here. So, paano ka napunta ng UK?
Yes. Well, back in 2006, well, I got married, no? Audrey and I got married 2006, and it was a decision for any couple. Siguro, kung saan, where do you want to settle down? I was already, as you said, I was already doing my own thing in Negros. I was based in Bacolod back then, looking after this distribution business. Whilst Audrey was also building her career here as a registered nurse in the UK. So, I mean, I think it was very clear for both of us that we wanted to spend our married life together. So, let's start with that fact muna, no? And then, after that, tingnan lang natin, saan ba maganda for the family? Babalik mo sa Pilipinas o magsusubok ako sa UK? And of course, I mean, I'm up for almost anything naman as a person. So I told Audrey that I'd like to give living in the UK a go. I would like to accumulate new experiences. I would love to learn new things. So I left pretty much everything behind. Family, friends, that business, everything that I or sabi ko, sige, lahat yan. Try natin to UK adventure na.
Pero yung plans mo ba before you left for the UK, malinaw na sa'yo? Did you have initial plans before you left?
I'd like to say yes, but in hindsight, mukhang hindi talaga ganun kaklaro yung plano ko. No? Little vision of the life I wanted to live in the UK or abroad. But in terms of what I'll do, how I will start, how long it will take me there, wala talaga. I mean, there's no handbook for especially for plus ones like me.
Yeah.
Wala kang masusundan na blueprint. So, that was a bit of a challenge, I guess.
Grabe, so talagang, pikit mata. You just went on with it and, realized na, I just want to be with my wife and start a family.
Parang gano'n, yun yung leap of faith talaga. And it also is a bit complex for me. This is the first time that I'll be living with Audrey as, of course, as husband and wife. So I think that adds complexity to the mix, no? Pero that's that fun. Kasi talagang I see it as an adventure. So, medyo game when I left for the UK.
That's good. Aris, alam mo, ang laging tinatanong sa akin ng mga tao palagi, no? Especially yung mga OFW friends ko, no? Sinasabi nila, paano ba? Kasi naho-homesick nga sila and it's very, very difficult for them, especially the first year, no? So, ikaw, bilang isang Pilipino na sumaiba yung bansa, tama ba yun? Sumaiba yung bansa, okay?
Okay. How ibang bansa?
Yeah, I'm sure meron ka rin mga experiences na talagang unforgettable during your first year. So, ano ba usually yung mga nangyayari during the first year ng isang nag-migrate? I mean, di ba? Kasi parang feeling ko yun yung pinaka-challenging Di ba?
Oo naman. Kasi the first year, probably the first few years, will be a period of discovery. It's a period of reflection. It's a period of experimentation, learning. I went through all of that. I mean, all the positives and the not so positive emotions. I had to go through that. Although one can say na medyo masaya yung tao ako, I also had my share of sadness, homesickness. Siyempre, nangungulila ka, kumbaga, sa mga pamilya mo, sa mga kaibigan mo na naiwan sa Pilipinas. But then again, you also have to enjoy the adventure. Mahirap if you keep looking doon sa nakaraan, no? So I look forward dapat.
Okay. Aris, wait lang ha. Na-distract ako kasi sa isang comment. Okay. Can I flash it on screen? This is from your friend Jed Di Maano. And tignan mo yung comment niya. Nababasa mo ba yan, Aris?
Oo naman. Disciple.
Nakibasa.
Aris is a disciple of Ernie Baron and Kuya Kim. So,
oh my God! Grabe naman. Ernie Baron. Ayan. Sa mga millennials, baka hindi nyo kilala si Ernie Baron, paki-Google na lang. Okay? Okay, I had to flash it kasi hindi ko mabasa kasi natatawa ako. Okay.
Taga-Kamyas kasi ito si Jed. At hindi ako to from you. Taga-Kamyas.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so marami kasi nag-greet. Aris, okay lang ba? Ganito talaga pag mag-artistahin katulad mo, no? So,
yan. Sige lang.
Okay, so...
Sa tagal mo naman nila naghintay, syempre, di ba? Kailangan sila.
Sorry, hindi ko matanggal yung comment ni Jed dyan. I'll leave it there muna. So,
sige na.
Si Ali is saying hi from Singapore. Hi, Ali. Thanks for watching. Lito Inchong is watching and he says, hi, Aris, Audrey, Alfonso, and August. Tin San Juan actually tagged Christine Del Valle, our common friend. Hi, Christine. I hope Christine's watching, ha? Bumalik na yata siya dito sa Philippines, di ba? From Singapore.
That's right.
Okay. Also, you have Anna Pasino, Josephine C., my friend from Singapore. Nympha Manalo from Swindon. Yay!
Yay!
Nag-cheer siya kasi nakalabas ka na. Kanina pa kasi sila nag-aantay.
Parang nakalaya na, no? Parang nakalaya na.
And then, Miss Banyaga says, isko ka daw pala kasi iska siya.
Tama yan, si Mate. Hello, Mate.
Yes. And then, okay, here, we just have one comment from June Aris. Okay lang, babasahin ko sa'yo.
Please.
He says, sorry, wait lang ha. Hi, Ari. Hi, Tinette. For other people who don't know, Aris is not only a community leader, he's also a defender of people's human rights. And I called him Attorney Aquitania because we help a lot of Filipinos under student visa in terms of legal advice. Grabe ka, Aris. Attorney ka na rin pala. Hindi mo sa akin sinabi yan, ha?
Actually, yung tatay ko yung tunay na Attorney Aquitania. Ako yung nagpapanggap lang at sinusubong ako ng mga tulong sa ating mga kaibigan dito.
Grabe. Ano pa bang hindi mo kayang gawin? Lahat yata kayang-kaya mo na. Ayan, tignan mo na, excited sila.
Alright.
Okay.
So there.
Alright, sorry ha. Meron pa, may gustong mag-hi muna sa'yo. Ito, si Darwin Mendoza.
Okay. Ayan, fellow Dedan ko yan. Fellow Dedan.
Ayan.
Kami ko from high school. Tama yan, Ora at Labora. Prayer.
Okay. And Marites Soriano is watching from Singapore. She says hi. And Mary Jean from Singapore as well. Hello, Tinette and Aris. Ayan. And of course, our common friend, ayan, si Christine is also watching. Hi, Christine. Thanks for watching. And yan, sige, mamaya babasahin pa natin. Okay. Sorry, D. Dons Valdez, Lord Aris of House Aquitania, putting Swindon on the map. D. Dons, siya ba yung husband ni Cindy?
Yes. Dondi is my friend from UP.
Hi, Dondi. I'm Tinette. I'm your wife's friend from high school, just so you know. And I'm also a friend of Mark Zapan. I think kakilala niyo si Mark Zapan, di ba? Okay. Ayan, Aris, tuloy na natin. Ang dami mo kasi fans. Sige, So, ano na? Kumusta? Ano pa yung mga first year experiences mo na masasabi mo? Probably very similar to other, Filipino migrants.
I think a lot of them can relate to the fact that when you get here or when you land for the first time, you have so much to learn, you have so much to absorb, you have so much to filter out, no? Not every advice could be useful for you. So that's very important to understand. So, well, as for me, my first few months, I was just busy sending out applications, CVs, looking for ways to be useful, looking for employment. I sent out mga 300 CVs, no? 300 applications.
300. Wow.
Bilang na bilang. Hulaan mo.
Dami?
Hulaan, oo nga. Hulaan mo ilan yung bumalik na reply.
So, 300 yung pinadala mo. Siguro at least mga 10%? 30?
Medyo off yun. Actually, isa lang. The one and only. Isa lang
wow.
Isa lang bumalik, So,
isa lang. Wow.
Isa lang, of course. Siyempre, noong time na yun, medyo hindi nakakatawa yun. Ngayon na lang ako medyo natutuwa. Pero, noong time na yun, nakakalungkot yun, noong panahon. Sangkatutak na emails yun, sangkatutak na research, sangkatutak pag-i-edit ng CV. Pero siyempre, I did not know a thing. I didn't have a clue how to go through the job market, the recruitment process. So, may sumagot na isa. At yung isa na yun ay Sainsbury's. It's a very famous, very well-established grocery chain here in the UK.
Sarap kaya masarap ng mga sandwiches. Sorry. Puro pagkain na naman naisip ko. Okay. Alright. So, sumagot sila.
Sumagot sila kasi yung in-applyan ko naman, I was called for the interview. I actually applied to work in the shop floor, no? Just putting loaves of bread on I was stacking shelves. That's what I applied for. And during the interview, siguro I was able to answer the questions correctly or in a way that impressed them somehow. So on the spot, I was offered this assistant manager
Mm,
of the department, something like that. Assistant
okay.
department role. So on the spot. So sinerte ako doon. I was very fortunate.
Okay. How was that experience though? Assistant manager, very prestigious naman agad. I mean, common ba yon? Parang mga kaibigan ko, hindi ganun Usually,
Well,
nahihirapan sila.
Nakakatuwa and kahit pa paano nakakaba kasi nakakatuwa in the sense syempre na-apply ako mas mababa doon. I was offered a different role. Syempre, there's a bit of flattery there. But on the other hand, I also have to think, sino pa yung kasama ko? O sino pa lang yung iba, di ba?
Yeah.
So yun. So, of course, I grabbed that opportunity. I was very proud to work in the shop floor. I was proudly wearing my Manuling Morato look. Short sleeve, necktie.
Manuling Morato, Aris, that's so 80s.
I'm a man from the 80s.
Well, ako rin. Pero nakakatawa lang, Manuling Morato. Kanina naman si Kuya Kim at saka si Ernie Baron. Okay, so, gaano ka katagal nag-work for Sainsbury's? Matagalan ka ba doon?
Depends. Everything's relative, no? So, well, let me just describe what the role entailed. No?
Yeah.
Department manager kasi I was in charge of looking after this section of the grocery that's not in food. So books, everything, non-food. Which meant that I am in charge of picking up the deliveries. So it entailed me being there at 4:30 in the morning or 5 a.m. Tapos because it's pretty much an all-female team, ako na rin nagbababa ng 55-inch TV mula sa truck.
Wow.
Tapos yung mga books na yon, medyo mabibigat din yon. So, at bawal umupo. Kasi syempre parang I have to be walking the shop floor all the time. So that would be 10 hours, 12 hours sometimes in a day. So that was a great way to lose weight, not a very great way to earn money, I guess. So, 3 months, I did that for 3 months. And then after that, I think my back started to give. And maybe it's not really for me. So that...
Okay. Aris, you were already an executive, a very successful executive here for Shell, right? And then you left for the UK, you got this job from Sainsbury's, doing what you were doing. How did that affect you? Nahirapan ka ba psychologically, mentally? I mean, you know, or you were cool with it? Kasi ibang-iba siya sa trabaho mo dito.
Medyo.
Diba?
Medyo. Because I think when of course when I was in the Philippines, I was preparing for a job na medyo office, na medyo hindi mapagod, more of, well, napapagod na in different ways. But it's not too physical, let's put it that way. It's not too labor intensive. That's the vision I had for a career I wanted. So when I moved to the UK, it was quite the opposite of what I bargained for. It was really physical. I wasn't for that, no? I'm not saying that I don't like it. It's just that hindi ko lang siya kaya, I guess. So to answer your question, Tinette, it was a shock for me. A shock to the system. It was a shock also to my ego. Not that I had a big ego. It's more of, it's just a little different to what I had. So, mahirap siya, but I was very prepared to start from bottom. I know that I am going to a different league. Kumbaga sa athlete, if you compete in a different league, then you're moving to, let's say, the NBA or the NFL. There are rules to survive, to make your mark. And I was just prepared to start from the bottom. I just didn't know how low or how starting from the bottom was.
Yeah. I like what you said, that you were actually prepared to take on any job. And I think ito yung key Importante to. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're planning to move overseas or if you're already there and still having a hard time adjusting, I think mental preparation, no? Para yung katawan mo, kayang i-execute kung ano man yung pinaplano mo, kasi medyo mahirap talaga mag-adjust, especially if you're used to this kind of job, say in the Philippines, di ba? And as you said, may element of ego din, di ba? And common ito. Sometimes, yun nga, before you showed up in the studio, sinasabi ko nga sa mga viewers natin that minsan nagkakaroon ng depression din ng mga OFWs, ang mga migrants, kasi hindi parang yung reality natin ibang-iba, no, sa Philippines. So pagpunta doon, kailangan talaga prepared tayo mentally. So that's a very, very good tip from you.
And I think humility also plays a part. No? You have to be humble enough to accept your limitations or your past experiences or your past successes mean much in this new environment. I'm not saying that it will happen to all, but it could happen to some of us where what we think we can bring or what we can transfer, the skill is transferable, but qualification may not be as transferable as you think.
Okay. So you left your job at Sainsbury's, and then where did you go? I mean, did you look for other jobs, or did you take a break? What did you do after that?
Well, I had to look for another job because for the first 3 months, 4.5 months of my stay here in the UK, I was jobless. So there's this pressure, no? We're starting a family, we just got married. There's this pressure to in a way contribute. Although my wife is gracious enough to let me take my own pace, there's this that I put on myself na, teka, kailangan ko rin tumulong. And of course, bilang OFW, may mga gusto rin ako ipadala sa pamilya at mga kaibigan natin sa Pilipinas. So, mga konti tayo mga obligasyon din na kailangan natin tuparin. Marami mga OFWs din ang makaka-relate dyan. So, I didn't have the luxury of just stopping. So, thankfully, across Sainsbury's, may KFC na branch, no? Madalas ako mag-lunch dun dati. Tapos, naging kaibigan ko na rin si manager. And at some point, sinabi niya, if you're looking for a different opportunity, may vacancy dito kung gusto mo magtrabaho sa KFC. And on the spot, kasi
You took the job,
I just took that, so to speak. Even if I have no experience in that industry and I don't know if it will be a good fit what you're looking for.
That's really good, no? Alam mo, ang ganda ng attitude mo towards things kasi hindi ka rin mapili, di ba? I mean, it's something, as you said, wala ka namang experience sa industry na yun. But I think yung self-confidence mo nandun din kasi, no? Alam mo na kahit ano pang humarap sa'yo, kaya mong i-handle. Would you like to tell us a little bit about your experience at KFC? What did you do for KFC?
Well, I applied for, the vacancy was for an assistant or manager in training, something like that. But of course, that meant understanding every aspect of that business, no? As if you own the account yourself. So the first week was more theoretical. I had a counter. So that, kabisado ko na yung menu. 11 herbs and spices. Mukhang hindi naturo yun. Yung second week, mas nakakapagod yun. Kasi I have to learn how to cook. I have to learn, well, it's cleaning the toilets, it's cleaning every nook and cranny of that branch, no?
Yeah.
And of course, that's important. I'm not saying it's not. It's just that it's more difficult for, siguro sa akin, hindi rin naman ako masyadong trained to do that. That's
Wow. And this was still in Frome, no? Malapit to dun sa Sainsbury's. It's
That's right. It's across. So Frome is a good place if you're planning to retire, no? But if
ganda sa Somerset, no? It's a beautiful place.
Super ganda. So if you're planning to retire, it's one of the best places in the UK to go to.
Yeah.
But if you're planning to start a career, more masyado. Kasi there are opportunities there. There was 2 groceries, a small bank, KFC, and a Pizza Hut, and a cheese factory. So, konti lang yung ko talaga.
Yeah, at saka parang ang layo niya. Like, I think from Bath, it's about an hour drive, no? Ang Frome, tama ba? About an hour? Oh,
Some people would like to describe it as the middle of nowhere, no?
yeah.
Ayun, medyo tama.
Pero relaxing. Ang ganda ng English countryside eh. Di ba?
Oo, relaxing. Although nung time na yun, wala akong balak masyado mag-relax kasi
Ano ka, pressured ka to find a job. Okay. Alice, alam mo, sa pagkakakilala ko sa'yo, you're really a fighter. You're very strong. You're very confident. You're a risk taker. Hindi ka na, feeling ko nothing can put you down, no? And sabi ko nga, kakaibang species ka, di ba? But of course, a lot of our fellow Filipinos overseas do not feel the same way, especially during their first year, no? Minsan umaabot sila sa very low points in their lives. If you were to give some pieces of advice to our OFWs, how can they bounce back from their lowest point? Kasi alam mo, sa totoo lang hindi siya biro. It's not a joke because malayo ka na nga sa pamilya mo, nag-a-adjust ka sa bagong country, di ba kahit nga nasa Philippines ka, pag lumipat ka ng work, medyo kahit pa paano, nagkakaroon ka ng anxiety kasi makikisama ka, maraming mga, whatever, challenges, ito sa ibang country. So what would be your advice?
Siguro in a couple of ways, Tinette, no? If I may just describe to our friends what my lowest point was, and then
yeah, sure.
I think I realized that I really hit rock bottom when we moved to a different place. From Frome, so we moved to Swindon. And again, I was there for a few months. Jobless ako sa Frome, jobless na naman doon sa second town na ginalawan namin,
Yeah.
And at some point, I applied to in a bed company. They actually sell a lot of beds. And I applied to assemble beds. So akala ko baka kaya ko naman mag-assemble ng kama.
Yeah.
Oo. So yun ang sa tingin ko ang kaya ko. Pero I went through the application, I went through the interviews, I went through a few and ako na-offer ng job, no?
Yeah.
So, yun, doon na talaga ako parang nagkaroon ako ng self-doubt, nagkaroon ako ng sadness, nagkaroon ako ng uncertainty na kung pag-assemble lang kami, hindi ako matanggap, ano ako matatanggap?
Yeah.
So, how can one bounce back? Well, I think it's important to go back to your purpose. To go back why am I doing this? Why did I move? Why did I move abroad? Why do I want to start a life and a family here? Allowed me to go back to assess my goals, my priorities, my skill sets. What can I offer to this market? What is it that I really wanted to do? Because that's also important, that your skills, what you have to offer is also aligned with what you love doing and what you're happy to pay for. So I think the Japanese have a word for this ikigai. The reason, reason for being. And I was looking for that. But of course, it's very difficult, especially if you also need to survive. If you also need the pieces, because your confidence will just take a huge knock. Sa akin at least. Because I had an image of myself before I moved to the UK. I had an idea of what I can offer. I had an idea of my value, so to speak. But then again, after a few of these experiences, a few of hits, you begin to question na baka mayabang lang ako or baka mamaya magaling lang ako sa ganitong bagay, sa ganitong lugar. Transfer that. So I had to rely on a lot of support. And I mean, Oret Labora, one of my friends mentioned a while ago, that's very true for me. I prayed, everything depended on God, and I just worked as if everything depended on me. Sabi already said,
Nice, yeah.
So yun. So I think it's important to ask for, to know where your gaps are, and eventually to just make that decision to make a version of yourself, to invest. Whatever the word invest could mean. Invest in upgrading your skills, invest the time on learning something new, invest time on improving your CV. So it can take a lot of forms.
Yeah. Wow. So there, guys, you heard Aris, sabi niya, importante that we invest in ourselves, especially yung mga skills natin. But of course, it's also important to seek help, no? Or reach out to loved ones and friends kasi importante yon, no? Para you don't feel alone or very lonely, no? Lalo na pagka sobrang nandun ka na sa kumbaga, at your lowest. Kasi dumadating talaga yan, Aris, sa buhay ng tao, di ba? Okay, we just have a couple of comments here. Well, Kenneth Yap is watching from Kuwait. Hi, Kenneth. I hope you're well, and condolences because Kenneth's dad just passed away recently. So condolences, Kenneth, and to the family. Elma is agreeing with you, Aris. She says, yes, she can relate. I'd like to flash your brother's comment here. Arnel says, being successful in one country is hard enough. He is a success story in 2 different countries with vastly unique cultures. He's proof that you can be the smartest and the hardest working man at the same time, not to mention the kindest one. That's really nice, Aris, no?
Salamat.
Yan. So, galing yan sa kapatid ni Aris. Arnel is based in, saan ba sila? Dito sa Philippines, Aris?
Taga Laguna sila.
Laguna, okay. So, thank you for that comment, Arnel.
Thank you.
Also, there's another one from our friend June in Swindon. So, ayan. Hi, Tanet and Lodi Aris. Good afternoon and good evening. I heard some experiences of spouse plus one is about relationship issues daw in terms of the family's breadwinner. Normally, our culture as Filipinos, the husband is the breadwinner of the family. Ayan, common naman talaga yan sa atin, no? Na parang sinasabi na, ako ang lalaki, so ako ang breadwinner. Pero ang sinasabi ni June dito is that nagkakaroon daw ng conflict minsan, Aris, no? Sa husband and wife because of that. So ano daw yung words of encouragement mo that probably heads of families would benefit from?
Well, I think in any family, in any relationship, communication is key. You have to talk it out. How can we support each other better? What is the expectation from me? Because minsan kasi, well, siguro, at least for me, I don't really want to earn more. As far as I'm concerned, I just want to be able to also work, to be able to contribute in whatever way. And the struggle for me back then was not because my wife was earning enough as a nurse to provide, but it's more of the loneliness of staying home and not being able to contribute to the pot. That's what's driving me crazy. So I guess it's not really in a way, a contest, although I do understand the Filipino culture that there's this expectation, not necessarily pressure, but an expectation that the breadwinner is the husband, no? But you are changing anyway, and you are 18, no? So you talk it out as a teen, and then okay, how can we help dad? How can we help the head of the family move forward and get out of this? I think that's very
okay. Wow, thank you for that, Aris. Kasi I'm sure it's a common situation among families as well. My friend Melvin is based in London, and he says, my tip, if you want to move to any country, is to be open to anything. Just like what Aris said earlier, you'll surprise yourself what other talents or amazing things you can do. Melvin and I used to work together in the hotel here in the Philippines, and then he left for London. I don't remember, Melvin, when you left, but every time I'm there, he and I always catch up. Pero ngayon, Aris, sobra siyang successful na chef, and he's doing such an amazing job. So congratulations, Melvin. Let me just read a couple of comments for you. You are a survivor, Aris. Mahirap talaga ang pinagdadaanan ng +1. And yes, Mate, is that correct? Mate?
Yes, Mate. Yes,
Mate, sorry. Napakahirap talaga. I could imagine, no, yung magiging situation, not just economically, but mentally and emotionally. Kaya lang nga, itong si Aries kasi, very strong, kaya he was able to bounce back easily. Irene also is based in London. London ba si Irene or Swindon? Swindon din, okay. Very inspiring yung journey ni Irene. And just a couple of more comments kasi importante to Aries. Ang ganda ng mga comments nila. Hi, Tinette and Aries. This is not a question but a testimony about Aries as a leader in the community. Ikaw daw ang first president ng Swindon Filipino Association, and you were able to support and unite the Filipino community in Swindon. Wow, Aries, no? I mean, just in case you don't know, Aries, a lot of people appreciate what you do, no? Appreciate what you do, and not just what you do, but also appreciate you for who you are. And here's another one. Yeah, here's another one from Jed Dimaano. Aries has always been the most prayerful in our group. When we have exams during college, we'd go to UP Chapel. That's so nice to ask for wisdom. It's heartening. He used the same formula when, that is so nice. You didn't expect that, no? You didn't really expect that.
No, I mean,
I told you.
I'm getting a lot of love and support from family around the world.
Ako yung nagiging teary-eyed sa mga comments nila because there's just so much love from your friends and family. So sweet. And then Joselito Cruz says, Aries is one of a kind. I mean, just so many people. Look, just so inspiring and heart-warming.
Yeah, Jack is my cousin. First cousin.
Okay, yeah. Yes, and then, of course, Menchi says you're very inspiring as well. And I have a couple of friends as well from London. Mrs. Glazer says, hi, Tinette. And she says, maybe one day I will meet him. Yes, you have to connect Mrs. Glazer. Mrs. Glazer is, I've known Mrs. Glazer for 20 years, and she's always been very gracious. Whenever I'm in London, we would catch up. And Melvin is also sending his love. There you go. Sige, babalikan natin yung mga comments, Mamaya Aries. Pero hindi ba nakaka-touch, no? Because minsan yung mga friends natin or friends mo, hindi naman sila siguro magte-text sa'yo at magsasabi na you are so inspiring, right? They won't text you that on a regular day. But tonight or this afternoon sa England, gusto ko lang talaga ikaw i-present sa buong mundo para alam ng mga tao what a wonderful person you are. Okay. And more than the achievements, more than the MBA, more than the positions, more than the whatever, presidente ng ganito, more than that, just the human being that you are such a beautiful person. I have to tell you that. Okay? Ako mismo, na-experience ko yung kabutihan mo and si Audrey and the two boys, no? Sa akin at saka sa daughter ko, kay PI. So, yan. O, di ba, nagiging madrama na tayo ngayon, di ba? Kasi ang kaganda ng kanilang mga comments. So, I just had to say that. Speechless ka, no?
Well, it's more of, I'm very thankful, and that's one of the greatest gifts a man can ever receive, no? To be surrounded by amazing friends. And
absolutely, yeah.
If that's the measure of wealth, no, I'm probably one of the richest in the world. I'm just so blessed with all the love I'm receiving.
Well, you get what you give. You give a lot of love. You give a lot of your time, your wisdom. So it's a no-brainer that these things are just gonna go back to you a 100-fold or maybe 1,000-fold, di ba? So yun lang yon, Aries. Ngayon lang mas nakikita natin because they're all supporting this conversation tonight. So okay, so ngayon, ayan so guys, we heard from Aries ano yung mga pwede nating gawin pag nandun tayo sa lowest point in our lives. And of course, Aries, ikaw naman, I'm sure you had your share of that. But paano kwento mo naman yung breakthrough experience mo? Kasi paano, okay, from that time na medyo nagsa-self-doubt ka, no? Paano mo na paikot yung buhay mo? Then I think dun medyo interested halos lahat ng mga tao din because they may be going through a low point in their lives these days, diba? So parang sa kanila, anong gagawin ko? So what would be your, piece of advice here? Or maybe share mo muna sa amin yung kwento mo.
Well, I think I was very fortunate that I read books, I watch a lot of inspirational talks,
Yeah.
and I pray a lot. No? Siguro that gave me
Mhm.
clarity that at some point these
Mhm.
times will have to end. I'm
Mhm.
very sure na lahat ng dinadaanan ko during that time, they will have to end. It will have to pass at some point.
Mhm.
Diba, di ba? Tough
Yeah.
times last, tough people do.
Mhm.
I don't really have a timeline. I can't plan my life
Mhm.
then, even now. But I know for a fact that if I just keep on working,
Mhm.
keep pushing forward, at some point, matatapos din yan. No? There will be
Mhm.
a turn a corner. I'm
Mhm.
so sure about that. I was also thinking that I mean, no one can just beat hard work, but that's just
Mhm.
important. You just
Yeah.
give 110% all the time.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I mentioned a while ago about investment. It's
Mhm.
just looking at myself and say,
Mhm.
what can I improve? How can I be
Mhm.
a better version of myself now? And
Mhm.
at some point, the stars just aligned for me. I was during the times that I was
Mhm.
jobless again in Swindon for a few
Mhm.
months. I
Mhm.
used that time to
Yeah.
apply for an
Yeah.
MBA program here in
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
UK. I'm not sure if you mentioned that a while ago, but
Mhm.
I had to take an IELTS exam. I had to
Mhm.
GMAT so that I can
Mm.
apply at an
Mhm.
MBA program. So that was my version of
Mhm.
in myself.
Yeah.
Now we will all
Mhm.
have our own definitions of happiness and success and contentment, and you
Mhm.
have our own set of skills. It's
Mhm.
just probably just slowing down and
Mm.
seeing ano ba yung gusto kong gawin talaga.
Mhm. Yeah.
Maybe a better version of myself now. So I guess yun yung ano tinete.
Mhm.
That's very important. Just
Mhm.
don't give up. Sabi nga ni Thomas Edison, di ba?
Mhm.
I haven't failed. I just found 10,000 ways that do not work. And
Yeah. Mhm.
it's that healthy attitude towards failure, towards rejection that I guess will allow all of us to just move forward and find that major breakthrough that we're
Yeah.
all.
Mhm. No, and along the way, you actually discover a lot about yourself. Sometimes, pagka nagkaroon ka ng mga low points in your life, dun mo ma-realize gaano ka pala ka-resilient, gaano ka ka-creative, di ba? Kaya sometimes importante din yun. So, thanks for sharing that, Aries, no? So ganon. So, nag-invest ka. Talagang you took the proactive, no? The proactive strategy. Kasi mahirap mag-sulk di ba? Mahirap humiga at mag-iiyak gabi-gabi. Although, of course, I think that's
You can
necessary
do that.
sometimes. You can do that, yes.
Of course, you can do that.
Definitely.
I mean,
Oo.
there has to be an outlet. I
Of
think
course.
what helped me was that I know that I can't do that for a long time. I know
Yes,
that
exactly.
it
Exactly.
will not move me any closer to what I was trying
Mhm.
to achieve. But of
Yeah,
course, meron din naman tayong low points. I still experience
of
self-doubt. Don't
course.
get me wrong.
Mhm.
I still have moments of weakness, no? It,
Mhm.
teka, tapos na ako dun eh.
Mhm.
Tapos na ako dun. Gusto ko mabante. And
Mhm.
what tools will I need to move forward? And
Mhm.
how will I take rejection? How will I take
Mhm.
for this time? Because it's no surprise, no? You will be hit. If you go into a match,
Yeah. Mhm.
a boxing match, for example, surprise,
Mhm.
yung champion, hindi ito yung taong hindi tinamaan. Ang
Mhm.
champion, taong sa katutak na yung tama, bumangon pa rin. Ayun,
Totoo.
mm,
Totoo. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Ang dami na-inspire, Aries. Your friend Ferds says he will see you soon in Dubai. And of course, Mate is also saying that you and Audrey have raised your boys well. I fully agree.
thank you.
Augusto and Alfonso are just so lovely. Napakababait na mga bata. Sobra. And Mrs. Glazer is actually very excited to meet you, Aries. So, Mrs. Glazer, Aries is actually based in Swindon. And si Mrs. Glazer naman is based in London. So if you guys, ipapakilala ko na lang kayo after. It will be good for you to communicate. And then we also have Glee. Says, great boss and colleague from Argante Care UK. Hello, Glee. Thanks for watching. And then we also have Arlene Clark. And she says, one of the best couples I've ever met. Oh, yan. Lagi daw kayo willing to help and give advice. Oh, diba? Thank you so much, guys, ladies and gentlemen, for watching and for your comments. So, Aris, ito na. Ito na talaga yung medyo, as I've mentioned, no, kakaiba yung ano mo, kakaiba yung pagkatao mo. You are really a doer. How did you take things to the next level? I mean, you said that you've invested in education and all that, and you know, you got accepted in one of the most prestigious, if not the most prestigious university in the UK. How did you do it? Paano?
Well, I think we go back to the why. You know? We have to go back to our purpose. Sabi nila kasi, I mean, in one of the strategy classes I took before, no, sa business, we will have our different goals in life. We will have our different goals as a business, as an organization, and what you do should support what you're trying to achieve. For me, I was trying to go back into an office role, no?
Yeah.
So I aligned the resources, my skills, so that I can have a better CV. Hindi naman ako tatanggap kagad sa isang office job kung CV ko kulang. I'm not saying mali. Baka kulang. I mean, looking back, of the 300 that I sent out, baka hindi siya maganda talaga eh.
Yeah.
That's the right for that system, no?
Sure.
So it's important to align what you're trying to do with your reasons, with your purpose, with your vision. Ask for support. Be humble enough to ask for support, to ask for advice. And then, based on the advice that you get, that's how you discern, no? Ito ba tulong, ito ba hindi masyado?
Yeah.
You out. Communication is key. You communicate with your family, not only in the not only in your family here, but also your in the Philippines. They have to also understand what you're going through. Na si Tito or si Kuya or si ganyan, hindi mo na makakatulong sa ganito kasi may mga inaayos din ako dito. Because maybe you're putting too much pressure on yourself eh. Na naman, yung mga kaibigan kamag-anak natin sa Pilipinas, a lot of them will understand. It's just that they don't know what you're going through. So, tanggalin mo rin yung mga burden na dala mo. Yung mga pinapagawa mo, unti-unti mong tanggalin and focus on one step at a time. Because,
Okay, thank you so much, Aris, for that great tip, because I'm sure a lot of our viewers are interested to know how they can take their life, no? Or themselves to the next level. Kasi minsan, nagpa-plateau din tayo sa career natin or kung ano man yung ginagawa natin. You know, we always have a choice. And as you said, you took that step, no? That bigger step to get to where you are right now. Okay, ngayon, Aris, tatanong ko lang din ikaw, no? Common ba talaga sa, you know, sa isang nag-migrate, yung parang feeling mo, sabi mo nga kanina, hinang-hina ka na, dumating ka dun sa point na ganon, di ba? So, kung tatanungin kita, like, okay, paano pwede maging stronger yung isang tao? You know, with all these experiences, I know that you've mentioned something about knowing your why, you know, going back to your purpose. Why are you doing this in the first place? But of course, it's, you know, sometimes it's very difficult for people to apply that. Diba? It's more like a theory for people instead of something that they can easily do. But, you know, paano maging strong katulad mo? I guess yun yung madalas na tanong. Diba? Although alam ko, Aris, sorry ha, alam ko bata ka palang very strong ka na, no? You were really born to be a leader. But if we were gonna put ourselves in the shoes of, let's say, somebody who is not as strong as you are, how could they possibly, you know, become stronger?
You have to lean on someone else. I think that's very important. In my
Yeah.
case, my faith carried me through. My
Mhm.
family carried me through the toughest time.
Yeah.
It's important to have that conversation.
Yeah.
If you will all take it upon yourself to solve all of the world's problems, that happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you need to also celebrate the successes, no matter how small they are. You have to yourself because there are wonderful reasons why you went abroad. You have to enjoy the surroundings as well. Because you cannot be sulking every single day. You have to celebrate the
Yeah.
reason you went there in the first place, to be with your wife, to have a new life for your family. So you have to take pit stops because this race will not end anytime soon. This journey will not end anytime soon. So have a well, be kind to yourself, I guess. Trying to say,
Yeah.
reach out to your friends and family because for all you know, they will open new opportunities for you. They will be a shoulder to cry on, and to fully understand the journey that you're going through.
Yeah.
Maybe through your own experiences, you find strength in whatever they wanted to tell you. So it's important to do that, I guess. And I feel
It's really nice. Yeah. Okay. You're a very spiritual person, and I think that helps a lot as well. You know that you have a very good relationship with your family, with your friends, with your colleagues, and with God. So that's really admirable, Aries. Okay. We have another comment here from, is it Mylene or Maylene Bishop?
yeah, Maylene, yes.
Mylene. Okay.
Classmate from
Mylene.
UP, yes.
Yeah, so Mylene was your batchmate in UP, and she says, I think it's also important to remember that your qualifications and accomplishments in Pinas are not negated just because you switch countries. You just have to communicate these qualifications in a way that people in this new country can understand. Alam mo, totoo to, Aries, no? Because minsan, kulang lang siguro ang Pilipino minsan ng assertiveness eh, di ba? Masyado tayo mababait.
Konti
Masyadong mabait eh. Masyadong mabait, you know? And tama. I agree with what you said na kailangan i-communicate lang natin tong ating mga qualifications. Kasi marami tayong mga stories na naririnig that, you know, they studied, you know, they graduated, you know, let's say accountancy, they took up accountancy, engineering, whatever. Pagdating sa ibang country, hindi daw nila nagagamit yon. But I think tama, no? There's that gap sometimes. Baka kaya hindi ina-acknowledge kasi nga, di ba, laging sinasabi, Aries, kailangan may qualification ka from this country. Let's say sa UK or sa Canada or US, I don't know. But usually ganon. Pero ang sinasabi niya, dapat tayong mga Pilipino, you just have to learn how to communicate that properly para ma-explain natin, maintindihan ng ibang, you know, ng employer siguro. So that's a good tip. Thank you, Mylene, for that.
Thank you, Mai. And I think to what Mai said, it's also important to understand what counts and what doesn't count, no? Because
Okay.
not all of those qualifications could translate it. I mean, you could graduate from a very prestigious school in the Philippines, but if no one has heard of that,
Yeah.
and say, and talk about the skills, talk about your experience. Kasi kung hindi naman nila alam itong school mo, don't feel offended by it. It's just that they don't. I mean, there are so many countries in the world naman eh.
Yeah.
So, kung hindi man mag-translate, in the event that that qualification doesn't translate, let's say, you're a dentist, hindi ka na pwede ng dental practice dito kinabukasan, or you're there, and if you really want to pursue that path, that's fine. Just make sure that you understand how to get additional qualifications. Yun naman importante.
Okay.
I think there's a term before called triple jump. Education, you change a company, you change a career. I think the concept here is that if you can minimize the changes that are going through, chances more success.
Yeah. Aries, I like what you said na you need to know what counts and what doesn't count, no? Kasi importante yun. Again, minsan, completely iba yung trabaho na nakukuha natin overseas. And siguro, mas maganda rin talaga, take a step back and really, ano ba talaga yung gusto kong gawin? Ano ba talaga yung gusto kong ma-achieve? And that's where what you said really makes a lot of sense, no? Ano yung sabi mo? Triple jump? Tama ba yun? Triple jump.
Triple jump is a concept. A lot of people, let's say, coming from the Philippines,
Yeah.
pagpunta nila sa abroad, new country, that's the first jump na, di ba?
Yeah.
Hanap pa ng ibang industry, that's the second jump.
Yeah.
Kung gagawa ka pa ng isang bagay na hindi mo nagawa dati, that's the third jump.
Yeah.
And that makes it a little more difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible.
Yeah.
You just need a little more preparation to make that happen.
Right.
Let's say if you are moving closer to what you're really good at or your CV tells, maybe you're able to find something that's more aligned and makes it easier.
Okay. Aries, ito, medyo ano lang ha, related dun sa sinasabi ni Mylene earlier. Pag kunwari, ikaw, like for example, ang dami mo nang na-meet na Filipinos sa UK, di ba? Ano ba talaga yung nagka-count when it comes to qualifications? Is it really more the technical qualification? Let's say engineer ka. Yung engineering background mo ba sa UP, nagka-count dun sa if you apply for a job sa UK? Or is it more the soft skills or the, let's say, the communication skills, leadership skills, problem-solving skills? I don't know. Ano bang mas importante? At least in the UK.
Well, I think it depends, no? It depends on the situation. There are technical skills that can be transferred. I guess if you are lived in the Philippines before, or if you're an architect, or if you're an accountant, a lot of those skills will count, no?
Okay.
However, because some of us are in sales, some in marketing, or some are in direct sales, ayun mahirap.
Yeah.
If you expect that the audience is the same, or what appeals to the British market is the same to what appeals to the Filipinos, so that's quite different. And if I'm an employer here, I probably have a preference for people who are familiar with the market.
Okay.
So they are just looking for a way to relate to you. For people interviewing for a position, it's important to assure the interviewer that I am selling myself here.
Yeah, true.
To do a lot of what I did before, I'm able to do here. And I'm happy to learn more so I can contribute more to what we're trying to build. I think that's important. And we need to communicate better. I think that's what...
True. Actually, nung nag-survey nga ako dyan sa UK, ang pinaka-common answer ng mga tao na gusto nila talagang i-improve are the leadership skills and the communication skills. I think ito talaga yung importante because kahit na magaling tayo sa technical aspect ng job, if you're not able to communicate well with other people in terms of, let's say, asking for something or, selling yourself or negotiating, medyo mahirap. Especially may mga cultural differences tayo. Guys, just as an additional input here, mahirap na nga na bago yung country, mahirap na nga na bago yung trabaho. Meron pang mga cultural barriers, no? Like, for example, I mean, may mga terms, especially in the UK, may mga words, may mga expressions that are very different from Americans, di ba? Tama ba, Aris? So, minsan, ang Filipinos, kunwari, masanay tayo sa American way of speaking, nahihirapan intindihin yung, let's say, yung banter, no, sa UK. Parang maraming Filipinos nagkukwento sa akin na o-offend sila. So these things, I think, are very important. So ang advice siguro na sinasabi ni Aris dito is, dapat aware din tayo dun sa environment natin, aware tayo sa market, ano ba yung in demand, ano ba yung mga what's very unique about that culture, the culture in that country. Tama ba? Am I making sense there, Aries?
Absolutely.
Diba? Very
Well,
important yun.
of course, you need to be flexible and
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
flexible enough to adapt to the environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very
Playing.
important.
Oo,
Okay.
importante talaga yun.
All right. Okay. Miss Natalie Osorio is watching from Singapore. Hello, Miss Natalie. And Miss Elma as well is watching from Singapore. Ayan, ang dami nating mga friends from Singapore. Alam mo, mga loyal attendees ko sila sa training. Ayan, di ba? Very, very, very committed sila and loyal to Consult Asia. Aris, okay, ito na. Alam ko maraming nai-inspire sa story mo, but what is your big message to our overseas Filipino workers, whether in the UK or anywhere in the world?
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to salute all of our new heroes, no? The OFWs, for all the sacrifices, for all the hard work, and for flying the flag for the Philippines.
Yeah.
I can truly say that it's never easy to leave your family, your friends, everything behind and start a new life in a new land. And what you're doing is amazing. It helps contribute to the, and of course it enriches the environment that you're in. The fact that you're in new skills to this country, I'm pretty sure you're also doing your fair share of uplifting
Yeah.
condition of that country, So I think it's a big message of thanks, and please keep doing what you're doing because you're doing the Philippines and all Pinoys around the world proud. So let's do that. The other bit is for those who are going through a rough time, as I did during first year or so here in a new land, hang in there. I know it may not be much now kasi you can't see the end of that road. You can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. If you me, you will turn a corner at some point. It happen. You just have to keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you feel that there are ways by which you can improve, can become a better version of yourself, because we are an unfinished masterpiece. No? We just need to keep growing, keep learning, and keep giving. Whatever we have received from others, you pay it forward. That's very important. For our friends who are receiving new families, new plus in your community, let's support them in the right way. I think I will not survive if not for the kindness of my friends in Somerset, if not for the kindness of my friends in Swindon, because they received me with open arms. They helped me find a job. They drove for me. They me whenever I was applying. They cheered me on. They celebrated every success that I was experiencing. And up to now, as you can see from the messages here, there's much love that they give.
So much love, yeah.
And I like to wrap myself in that blanket of love. Because if not for that support, I wouldn't be here trying to share this message that as a Filipino community, wherever we are in the world, Korean spirit is there. We just need to focus on the good things and not so much on the things that we're not so proud of. No? Chismis, yung mga inggit, yung mga ganyan, wala na yan, lost na yan. Let's focus on
the chismis and the inggit. Common ba yan? Common ba yan among the Filipino communities?
Hindi na siguro sa Filipino community, but I think, because I don't join communities, mas napapansin ko, syempre. I think, let's focus on the things that we are very good at. There's so much that we should be proud of as a race, no? I read somewhere that the Philippines exports something like 10% of its population. na ibibenta yan kung di tayo magaling eh. So, pagmalaki natin yan, the fact na may bumibili sa atin means that we're made of great stuff. So, we should be proud of that. And, pag nandito na, magtulungan na tayo. Let's,
Wala nang chismisan.
hindi pa wala. Bawasan. Hindi pa bawasan natin yan. At tanggalin yung inggit. But rather, let's be proud of the accomplishments of our fellow Pinoys. Marami dyan na tanggalin. We need to stand on the shoulders of these giants.
Wow, what a wonderful message, Aries. Okay, Arlene says, what an inspiring story watching in Swindon with Jerry Clark. And I'm sorry?
Si Arlene does my hair.
That's your hair? Wow, nice. Naku, grabe ka naman, Aries. Talagang well-loved ka ng lahat sa buong mundo. And also, Mon Raven, Lumpaz is watching from Singapore. Thank you, Ma'am Tinette and Sir Aries, for the great time hearing this true-to-life story that inspires us. Ayan. So, thank you so much, Mon Raven, for watching. We do appreciate your time and your engagement. And to everybody who has been sharing their inputs and insights and questions with us. So, Aries, what is the next step for you? Ayan. I think this is very important because people are probably wondering, ayan, he's so successful now. What else does he want? What's next for AA? Ayan. I call him AA, by the way. Aries Akitan. Dapat niya, grabe, ano lang ha, medyo lang may side comment lang ako. Pwede ba? I created the poster for you. Nilagay ko yung name mo. Tapos si Audrey. I said it to Audrey and to you. Kaya lang, I don't know, nauna si Audrey makita yon and sabi niya, Tinat, mali yung pangalan. I put something like Aries Anthony or something. Mali! Oh, buti hindi ko pa na-post. So, ayan. Bakit ko ba kinakwento yan? Anyway.
Ayun.
What's the next step for you?
What's the next step? Well, I think this platform that you generously shared, Tinette Cortez, thank you so much for having me. I know that you have a group audience and you are making a difference. So I'm very privileged to be a part of this FB Live session. Although I had a little technical difficulty in the beginning, it's just such an honor to be able to share my little story with our kababayans. I know that we all have different stories. Some of you might be able to relate through the struggles that I went through. Some of you will have different stories. And the next step is for us to bond together, no? That we have to work together, pay it forward for those of us who have tasted a bit of success, who are living a little more comfortably these days. Let us share the experience. Let us share the knowledge, the know-how, so that other kababayans who might not be as fortunate yet, or still looking for that major breakthrough, will learn. And I guess this is also a good time for me, Tinette, to talk about the community that we have created.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It is the Consultation Global Compass.
Yeah, I'm going to flash that on the screen right now.
And as the name implies, the goal here is to have a little direction, provide guidance to those who may not be as enlightened yet, who may still be lost, who are still looking for a major breakthrough. So we have just put it up on Facebook. And of course, over the next few weeks, we will provide a little structure, I guess, a little more. But the goal here is for us to pull together our knowledge, experiences, so that we can help more kababayans to the rough patch that they could be going through at the moment.
Okay, Aries, you'll have to we will have to inform them how they could be part of this community. So guys, again, Aries and I are working together in putting together this community so that it can serve as a support system for you guys who might be having difficulties adjusting to the new country that you've moved into, or if you don't know what to do, if you're the plus one, parang ano to parang may continuity, di ba? Kasi after this Facebook Live, if they want to connect with you and seek advice, legal advice ba to? Or no, not legal advice, but really more like just to feel like you have support, no, from people who have gone through it. So guys, please, it will be on our Consult Asia Global Facebook page. So if you guys haven't yet already liked the Consult Asia Global Facebook page, please like it now, as well as the Tinette Cortez Facebook page, because we will be posting the announcements on those two pages, okay? And if you want to learn more about Consult Asia Global, please visit our website, www.consultasiaglobal.com. So again, we are a training and development company. And we do want, this is actually the first time that I'm doing this, Aries, no? Collaborating with you for something for the for our beloved overseas Filipino workers. Kasi talaga naman, 3 years na to. 3 years na akong nag-aantay to do something for them. Yun yung tinanong sa akin ng supervisor ko sa Oxford last time when he said, oh, so what's next? So now you have a very good paper. What's next? Sabi ko, oh my goodness, I need to start a community, and this is it. And you are the first person that came to mind. So thank you, Aries, also for making time for this. I hope that with this we'll be able to bless a lot of our fellow Filipinos overseas. Okay, before we wrap up, we have a couple of messages here. Nicole from the US is watching. Wow, you're awake, Nicole. Si Mrs. na to ngayon, di ba? Mrs. Gavasco. Best regards, Ate Tinette and Kuya Aries. Excellent duo. Greetings from the Rivera Gavascos from the US. Ayan, ako, nasa New Mexico pala na to. When did she move? Nicole, parang, kailan ba? A few months ago, no? Tama ba? She moved to the US?
Before the lockdown.
Before the lockdown, okay. And then Miss Elma says, ang former employer daw niya is from the UK. And Jed says, nice message, a supportive mentality rather than crab. Push each other up, a bigger pie than trying to get a bigger share. Ayan. So, yeah. And Joe Con says, thank you. And June says, I agree, Bong Revilla. Bong Revilla ka ba?
Hindi, si Jed yun.
Si Jed. Okay. Okay.
Jed.
All right. So with that, we don't have any more comments. So Aries, I think a lot of people were inspired by your story, and a lot of people have also been not only impressed but informed and influenced by the person that you are. So thank you very much for tonight, for making time. I know it's a Saturday. Are you going to be spending time on your patio today? Mataas bang araw? Ang bagong napakagandang patio.
Well, that's the plan. Enjoy the weather, spend time with the family, recharge, and then, yes, just be thankful for everything, really. And thank you for this opportunity. And thank you for all the love from around the world. I truly appreciate it.
No, you are an amazing person. And again, ladies and gentlemen, hindi mo ba ilalabas si Alfonso, si Audrey, at saka si Augusto dyan? Please, pwede naman siguro.
Guys, sa next podcast na sila lalabas.
Yung dalawang boys at saka si Audrey, sandali lang, kahit kamay lang. Pwede ko bang makita? Kahit kamay lang, oh. I'm sure a lot of our friends are waiting to see them as well.
Magpo-post na siguro ako ng pictures. Nasa taas yata sila.
Is it too much to ask? O sige na nga. Hindi na ako magpupumilit, but I would have loved to see Audrey and the two boys, o diba, unannounced, diba? So, ayan. So, guys, again, thank you. Meron pa ba tayong mga comments, Aries, bago ko si Mate says, yes, the boys. O, yan.
Dali lang.
Yeah. Kasi parang hindi kompleto kung hindi natin makikita yung family ni Aries. Guys, Aries has a lovely family in the UK. His two boys are absolutely adorable. In fact, meron kaming joke ni Aris, pero wag na lang. Aris, wag na nating i-announce. Baka magalit yung mga anak natin. But yeah, his family is really, really lovely. Very gracious hosts. You know, whenever my daughter Sophia and I visit the UK, I think last year we were there 8 times. I don't know. Pagka nasa stress kasi ako sa Philippines, UK ang go-to place ko. Oh my God! Hi!
Yeah,
Alfonso!
Alfonso!
Do I get a kiss?
Yeah.
Binedma ko. Braso pang na. Hi, Augusto. Hi, Audrey. Thank you so much. Ayan, pinagbigyan niya ako. Naku, ang laki naman ni... Parang tumangkad bigla si Alfonso.
Oh, 12 years old.
Hindi nila ako marinig. Tanggalin mo kaya yung yung mic, yung... Ayan. Ayan.
Yeah.
Hello! Hi! Hi, Audrey! Hi, Alfonso! Hi, Augusto! Odds! Thank you, ha? Ayan, say hello naman to all your friends. Ang cute naman itong mga boys niya. Ang sarap kagatin ni ni Augusto. Hello! Hi, the 4 A's. Ayan. Do you want to say anything? Do you want to say something to your dad's friends? And I mean, to your friends, Alfonso?
Thank you.
I mean,
She will say,
cool, I guess.
darling, could you speak a little bit louder? We can't hear you very well.
Thank you all for attending the live.
For watching.
Yeah.
You want to...
Okay.
So you can speak.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Then.
So, what is Alfonso's message?
I just wanted to say thank you for watching the live, and I'm very proud of my dad
Oh,
to come in life, and he's a very good dad.
aw, that's so sweet.
Oh.
You're making me cry again.
Okay.
Thank you for that lovely message, my dear. Aris, what about Augusto? Oh, he's look at him. So adorable.
You want to speak?
Augusto, please, could you have him talk?
He's shy.
Oh,
I
don't
can see.
be shy. Don't be shy. Oh, what about Mama Bear? Mama Bear, si Odds.
Mommy, would you like to speak a bit? No?
No, I insist, Audrey. Hindi niya ako naririnig.
Halika. Salita ka na konti.
Yay! Hi, Mama Bear.
Hello!
Hi, Mama Bear. How are you? Tita Bear is here and Sleepy Bear is feeling sleepy over there. So, I know. Oy, salamat ha. Salamat. Alam ko, this was not planned at all na i-invite ko kayo, pero napaka-unfair kung hindi ko ipapakita sa buong mundo yung napakagandang family ninyo. So,
Kaya make up!
okay lang yan. Mas natural, mas maganda. O, di ba? Ayan. So, Odds, thank you very much ha sa support ninyo ni Aris dito sa Facebook Live. I know you've invited a lot of your friends and family to join us tonight. And sana marami sa kanila ang na-inspire because on my end, maraming mga na-inspire. So, thank you so much. And ayan, ang daming comments and they're all sending their love to you, to Aris, to Augusto, and Alfonso.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tinette. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It was an absolute pleasure. Mwah! Kiss naman dyan. Pakiss kay Augusto. Every time nandiyan ako, kinakagat ko siya eh. Diba? Ayan guys, ito na yung bunso ni Aris at saka ni Audrey. Is he gonna say something, Aris? No?
Maybe not today, sadly.
Not today. Okay, next time. Hi! Mwah! Cute. Grabe. Ang laki na. Sige. So, thank you again, Aris. Gina says, watching from Singapore, and Anna Pasino says, Audrey is the perfect match to Aris. The wind beneath his wings. That is so nice. Yeah. Okay. So guys, again, thank you so much for watching our conversation tonight. So again, we'd like to invite you to please like our Facebook page, Consult Asia Global Group, and Tinette Cortez Facebook page as well, because Aris and I will be announcing the next plans, tama ba? The next steps for the community. It's going to be exciting. We're going to be giving out a lot of tips. I'll be personally conducting free webinars for this community, just to help you guys, manage whatever in life. Okay, Aris and I are going to be working together. So again, thank you very much. Aris, thank you very much. And can you please stay in the studio? We're going to have a little bit of a chat, a chinwag after this. And so guys, again, thank you very much. Have a lovely weekend and a blessed Sunday tomorrow. Tama ba yun? Lovely weekend na nga, blessed Sunday pa. Don't forget to meditate, to pray, to worship, or go to church online. And again, please stay safe. Please stay healthy. Thank you very much. And we're sending you all the love. Thank you and bye.
Bye.